Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the BigSin podcast. I'm your host Sinji. With me, my co-host Big Tone Son and Irby.
Yo,
What up?
So, interesting enough, a surprise trailer leaked out. I don't know if either of you guys saw it, but a Samurai Jack game is coming out for,
Word?
for the PS4.
who to what now?
A Samurai Jack.
Oh, yeah, I definitely want to get in that.
Why not?
I was never a huge Samurai Jack fan.
Yeah, I never watched them either.
Yo, that theme song was lit. I don't like the art style.
Our style don't like you.
But
Wow.
the one thing I did like about the art style is it was one of the few cartoons back in the day that didn't have a trace line.
Oh, I mean the art style of the game. I love the art style of the show. It's one of those
So I,
gritty, bulking cartoon games.
hmm,
I feel like I personally feel like it should have been a side scroller, but hey, I guess it'd be like that.
Yeah, side scrolling. Mm-mm-mm.
bro, I hate side scrollers.
I can't remember the last time I played one.
I ain't really. I mean, when I was a kid, they were cool. I mean, come on, we're way more technologically advanced now. I don't want to play a side scroller in 2020.
I don't know, man. Guacamelee 2 is really fun.
Never played it.
Mm.
Fair enough. Um, Irby, you were saying they made they settled on another stimulus check.
Yeah, they passed, but they didn't agree on like a set amount for the check yet. So it's
Hmm.
like it should be coming here sometime. It should have more details in the next few days. Uh, so yeah, I think they said something about like 75,000, maybe the cutoff limit or something. I only
Huh,
read it briefly.
I still make it.
Yeah, I hear that.
Barely, nigga.
Shoot, I
Oh
need three
man.
checks. But
Oh
yeah,
Ugh.
yeah. So wait, Tone, do you remember what you were talking to me about at work the other day?
No.
Damn. All right, so you can't go on that rant. So without skipping it, this week's what grind my gear shit to the this week it's people it's people who like think they're right and don't want to listen to you
Oh,
because they swear they're right.
here we go.
That annoyed me. That annoyed me. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, you son of a bitch. That that generally annoys me. Don't I don't care if you think you're right, but don't go out of your way to explain your side of it and then not listen to the other side. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
It shows that you're unwilling to be wrong, unwilling to grow, unwilling to learn, and you're ignorant and you're arrogant.
I can understand that.
So a lot of negative traits just appear in just that one thing alone. But anything that annoyed you guys this
So yeah, what gets me is you know how you be measuring, cutting stuff to fix things, and then you measure it perfectly, and you cut, and then it's off just by a little bit. It's like the measurements didn't change, the line didn't change. So how is this like that? That kind of grinds my gears. Yeah,
yeah, I know what you mean. That should be confusing the hell out of me.
yeah. Like I don't understand it. Like I measured it 3 times and I cut it once, and then it's off by a little bit. Yeah, I've patching drywall just to let you know.
Yeah, so anything grinded your gears.
Uh, actually, yeah. So, this actually has to do with a YouTube beef that's going on right now, and it's not the beef itself that grinds my gears. it's one of the guys that was blatantly lying. Just it was just disgusting what he was doing. So, um, apparently what happened was this YouTuber named Fredo. He
Alfredo sauce?
sure he makes a video where he receives a phone call from his doctor claiming that he has coronavirus. So then like a couple days later or a week later, he's out in New York and he's doing his monster event. I think it was a basketball event, and all these people are clearly not social distancing, and they're all in this park. So he got called out on it. You know what I mean? Like, yo, if you really had coronavirus, why would you be at some event in New York, basically spreading it? So he got called out on his bullshit. So then this guy goes and claims that this YouTuber that called him out wished death on his daughter. Which then come to find out he lied about that. It wasn't the YouTuber who said it, it was a random follower of this YouTuber that said it. And this YouTuber never sent one of his fans to this guy Fredo's page to wish death on his daughter. So Fredo makes his video where he's just slandering him, blah blah blah, telling his followers to go to his social media and YouTube pages to just slander this guy. Normally, something like that wouldn't really bother me. Like, I don't really care. But the simple fact that you had to lie to garner sympathy about some dude claiming to wish death upon your daughter, like, you're a disgusting human being. That really pissed me off. I don't know. It really bothered me that this dude would use something like that as a tactic to get his blind followers to do whatever the hell he says. I found it really disgusting and disturbing.
Yeah, I hear that.
I feel
I
you,
don't
dog.
understand why people have to fake or perpetrate to garner stuff or something. Like the virus is bad enough as is. So even if you went even if you didn't have it, why would you say you had it when that's kind of insensitive to people that had it and just going through those issues, you know?
Exactly.
It's,
And I'm sorry, man. Like, if somebody wished death on my, like, if a YouTuber wished death on my kid, I'm not making a video. I'm pulling up on him, and you have to die. That's just how I'm. That's my thinking. You got to die, man. That's just me though.
Yeah,
So like, I don't know. Like, these dudes these days are just they're fucking weirdos. I don't understand it. Like, these motherfuckers will do anything for some clout, anything for some fucking sympathy.
for
Like,
likes too.
yeah, like, are you that desperate for some fucking likes that you would lie and say that this one guy claimed wished death upon your daughter when I'm pretty sure he knew he didn't. He had to
Yeah,
have known he didn't. He's just doing it, clout chasing and shit. And that's how I feel. I felt the
yeah.
same way when people were doing that do it for the vine thing. Like, are you that desperate?
But
shit,
some of
might
those
be.
challenges were some of those stuff they did was like dumb, and then some of them was like, okay, I can see it being funny, but some of them don't. Like, I think didn't one dude jump for a car or hit something?
And he tried to
Or,
jump
Man,
over a car and freaking got damn near ran over.
yeah,
there's a lot of dumb ones. There's like the Tide Pod challenge,
Oh my god, where they were pouring alcohol on each other and
it
oh
light
my
each other
god,
on fire. Yeah,
yeah, stupid.
the knockout game.
Yeah, these dudes are weird, man.
yeah, and then see that's what the advent of social media and the internet. I kind of don't like it because it's so easy for people to do something stupid and then everyone just blow up or everyone's like, "Oh, this is so great," but it's not really great. It doesn't really do anything. Like it kind of makes people want to chase to do stupid things just to get recognized instead of like having your like own special like innate talents, to get yourself out there.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so I can't. That's why I can't stand social media. I can't stand people.
Man, it's getting wild out here, man.
It is makes you want
Yeah,
to
but
go off
that
grid.
that right there, that really bothered me this week. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm getting older. So, but even when I was younger, I didn't like. I would go on Facebook and vent and just voice my frustration. But I wasn't doing it for likes or anything like that. I don't know. I wasn't expecting anyone to comment or like what I'm saying or try to talk me through whatever I was going through. It was just a way to kind of express how I
Release.
was feeling. Yeah, just a release. I needed a release. So
Yeah,
for me, back in the day, Facebook was that release, and I haven't. I don't really. I don't Facebook at all now. I just if I get tagged in something, I'll respond. And I just keep it pushing.
yeah, I hear that.
Shit.
That's what I be doing. I don't even get on Facebook like that. I don't even have one.
I was about to say. I was like, wait, hold on, just so wait, just 1 minute.
Yeah.
I will say I do use. I mainly go on Facebook to look at the Facebook
Oh, why
Marketplace
quitting?
because I looked at. Yeah, I go on Facebook Marketplace to look at cars because I am trying to buy I am trying to buy a second car so I can fix it up.
I hear that. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy no car no time soon.
Oh, I just want a little project car. That's it.
Shoot, I got a project car. It's a car I'm still paying on.
Oh wait, I'm not connected to the servers. Oops.
Yeah, you got kicked out a little while ago.
Yeah. So like, shit, I lost my train of thought.
Well, you better think it up.
I
You
wish I
know it's
could,
good
man.
for you.
I wish I could. Shit's rough.
Yeah, yeah. What were we discussing about? I don't remember.
Cars and shit. But so me and Tone been playing Ghost of Tsushima lately. It's a really great game. Like, I am not tired of it at all, and I've almost been trying to play it nonstop.
I'm not tired of it, but I did take a break from it for a little bit just so that way like I don't get to the end of the game. I'm like, wow, I'm really tired of this right now.
Yeah.
I didn't
So I
expect to save
decided,
the uncle in the first act.
me neither.
Ah,
I thought we were gonna get there. This nigga's been gone. I also didn't expect Ryuzo to betray us.
dang. So you just telling me stuff and
You
like
ain't
I
gonna
won't
play it,
won't
Irby.
go
Shut the
get the
fuck up.
game? Man, you don't know. I got
I
that
know.
game fly coming in there.
Nah, you ain't gonna play it.
Shoot, you catch
And
me next week playing
I
that.
really like this. I really like this crew because Irby knows my favorite anime is One Piece, and like their crew is called the Straw Hats, and I was just like, hey, the Straw Hats. That's why I kept his hat. I like his hat.
Huh. His hat was booty butt cheeks.
Nah, his hat's dope. My outfit's dope, man. Tony, what outfit you rocking?
The traveler's outfit.
What color scheme?
I think the original color scheme.
No, I'm rocking a white traveler outfit with a black bandana and a straw hat.
Oh no, I got the death headband, the white with the
Blood.
red blood spatters.
says death in the middle, I believe.
Yeah.
Shit, man, but
I
I'm
don't know. You
having
know
fun with
what?
the game.
I'm weird when it comes to video games and like vanity items. Like I don't really. If I find an outfit I like, I very rarely do I change it.
Got to
Yeah, I
keep
found
it
my
Like,
all the
outfit.
time.
like the same outfit that I had. I've been rocking the same outfit on GTA Online for the past what?
8 years.
Yeah, like nah, more like 6 years. And then in the Division 2, ever since that came out, the only thing that I've added to it was a gold chain. That was it. Other than
Gold
that, I
chain.
don't. Yeah, you can get. It's called like a hip hop chain. It's a Dookie rope chain basically. That's the
Mm.
only
Dookie
thing I've added to
rope.
my character. Then my dude got on a wife beater, some cargo shorts, and some Air Max.
You can find it in my cargos. Air Max 95.
Nah, Air Max 90s.
Mm. Okay. I'm about to play one time.
Shit, you guessing?
Yeah, I ain't gonna play it.
Oh,
Hey, it got me around. But yeah, when it comes to video games, I normally change clothes all the time. It depends on if it has a better stat quality or characteristic. I'll change clothes in a heartbeat. I'll be out there looking like a Raggedy Ann.
I tried to change outfits every time me and Irby played around in Jump Force.
Damn.
At one point, I tried to mimic his exact outfit.
I just
I
had to
mean,
start changing because I don't want you to copy me.
well, with the Ghost of Tsushima, the one armor you get from the lady that uses the bow and arrow primarily. Like I would,
I
whenever I go into a base, I would switch to that to give me an advantage. But then I was like, I don't really need this advantage. I'm already busting these dudes' ass. I don't. There's no point in really changing. So I've been keeping with the same outfit. Plus, it helps you find secrets and stuff like that.
Yeah, I stuck with the. I don't change from the Traveler's outfit. I don't really need help with the combat or anything.
Yeah, combat is fairly easy. Like I almost regret not playing the game on hard instead of playing on normal.
Yeah, I probably should have played on hard.
Damn.
But I don't even care. I don't even care about picking up supplies anymore because it's not like I need to upgrade. These enemies aren't getting harder.
Well, that's because you haven't gone to the second half yet.
I'm in the second act.
Oh, have you gone up against any of the Ronin?
Um, I I'm vaguely in the area. All I did in the area was some Mongol territories.
Okay, yeah. Once you go up against the Ronin, those are the people in the straw hats. They can be tough.
Oh, Ryuzu's crew.
Yeah,
Nah, I beat Ryuzu. They shouldn't be too hard.
That's
I felt bad for
that's
him though.
I
You can
don't.
tell that man was suffering with his decision. He's stupid, but I kind of feel bad for him.
I ain't no reason to feel bad for him. He made his choice. He got a lie in it.
Basically, hopefully he dies a slow, painful death.
Nah,
There's
you
no
know who I
honor
really
in
feel
what he
bad
did.
for?
Who?
Lady Masako.
That
Who's
bitch lost
that?
her whole. She lost her whole family.
She buried her whole family. Then she out here looking for her sons, and they turned out to be hung. They weren't even killed as warriors; they were hung. I'm like,
Mm,
damn, that sucks. She broke down immediately. I was like, damn, her story sucks,
that's terrible.
right? But
I
yeah,
hear
you know,
killing.
I'm having fun with the game. I generally stick to the same outfit as well.
All right, so you want to get into this Xbox shit?
I mean, I think you're the only one who watched it. You can go ahead and explain it.
Oh my God, y'all niggas ever prepare for the podcast? Jesus Christ!
Hey, I'm a
Hey, dog.
PlayStation nigga, bro. Fuck Xbox.
Oh.
I just be here so I won't get fined.
All right, so I watched the I watched the Xbox little presser thing they had on Thursday, and their biggest thing was all week they were saying that it was all about games. It was just going to be games, and yeah, they showed their games, and I have to say, after watching it, I felt the same exact way I did when I watched the Sony press conference, and they didn't that press conference didn't wow me at all. A couple of the games look good. I will say Halo. First of all, I'm not a huge Halo fan to begin with. Like I played the first three, and I don't know. I don't get it with Halo. Like I don't understand why Halo's so good. To me, it's and I know. Oh my god, I know if a Halo fan hears this, I'll get killed. But to me, it's just Call of Duty in space. I know
What?
we
What do
already.
you mean?
It's Call of
No, I'm
Duty
just
in
kidding.
space with aliens. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. But then again, I
What
feel
do
the
you
same
say?
way
Call
about.
of Duty in space?
Yeah. But then again, I feel the same way about Star Wars. I don't get it about Star Wars. Like those movies are so fucking boring. There's so much exposition in like the first uh, five movies, filled with exposition. It and
I wouldn't know. I
I
didn't
know
watch
I'm
any of them.
I know I'm definitely gonna get flamed for this because this what the third prequel was one of my favorites because it had so much action in it. I loved it. And the out of the newer ones, the only one I saw was the Force Awakens and Rogue One. Those were actually pretty good. But yeah, I was just completely underwhelmed. And then another thing that came out during the week was Xbox was basically saying they're not competing with they're not participating in the console wars anymore. They're more focused on competing against Google and Apple. That's what they have their sights set on. And a lot of people were kind of mad about that because what you're basically telling your fan base is we know we lost this console war in this generation. Um, I mean,
That's the thing, though.
you could
Like, I understand they're like they've basically accepted that they're gonna lose in numbers. But why give up to that point? Like, you're gonna make people just not want to buy a Series X. What's the point?
here's another thing. So they're saying for the first 2 years that the Series X is out, any games that comes out for that you can play on the Xbox One X, and you can play for PC. So really, there is no point in buying this console. There isn't.
In two
Why would I
years, it'll
go?
be discounted.
Yeah. So what the hell is the point? I might as well just go buy me a goddamn PC, a high power PC, and play Xbox exclusive games.
I don't
But
know,
then
man.
and
It
then
costs
another
money to
thing
maintain a
that
PC.
yeah, but another thing that was boggling my mind is how Xbox was saying how they don't really like the whole deal with exclusive games and stuff like that. Well, number one, we know why you don't like exclusive games because you don't have any good exclusive games. That's number one. Number two, um, since you're saying you don't like exclusive games, then are you going to make Halo available for PlayStation and Nintendo? Are you going to make Gears of War available for those consoles? Are you going to make Forza available for those consoles? So you can't really say that you're against exclusives if you're not going to make your exclusives available for everybody. So now you're just backing yourself into a corner now. You got the most powerful system or console that's going to be on the market,
but
Yeah, you
hardly
don't have
anything to play
any.
on it.
Yeah, you don't have any exclusive games. You're basically coming out and saying you're not fully backing it. It's just I don't know. Maybe those guys up in Microsoft. There's a reason why they get paid the big money and the reason why they work for that company. I have no idea what's going on. It is what it is, man. I don't get it.
Well, Microsoft needs like if they're aiming for the most powerful console, they need to make some original games, not continual series. They need to start making some original exclusive games that run on that power. That really showcase the power that they're, you know, so like proud of. Right now, they got nothing going on them besides the specs on the console, which is not even that great compared to the PS5. It's not like okay, so here's something I was telling Raymond when we were recording one day. As you guys know, like technology is always at its peak when it's around when it's coming out. You like you get me?
Yeah.
Anytime something comes out, it's like the best there is at the moment. So it's always going to be better. So right now, the facade that PC will always be the master race, that's not true at all. Because eventually, we're going to come out with a technology that allows Sony, allows Microsoft, allows Nintendo to perform just as well as a PC. And where technically a PC can perform better, the human eye is not going to be able to tell the difference at some point. So it
Well,
won't matter.
what's coming out is that the Xbox and the PlayStation when they release, they're going to have more power than any PC that's on the market right now. Well, at that time when when they initially released.
Yeah, and like, I'm sure PC will come out something better down the line. But for now, well, for now they will. But like later on, like 10, 20, maybe 30 years from now, at some point, you max out at 4K, 8K, whatever the human eye can't see better than like I think either 4K or 8K. I forget which one.
It's
But
8K.
okay, everything's gonna be in 8K. Everything's gonna be running almost picture perfect. Everything's gonna be running at no input lag. PC is only gonna be better specs wise. It's not gonna be visually possible to see the difference anymore. So that's like something I was telling Raymond. Like at some point, PC is not gonna be the best. It's just gonna be something that's costing you to improve when you can just get a console.
Yeah.
Yeah. It might be good for them aim bots, you know?
I don't know, man. You just
I
need you
don't
just
know,
need the
man.
right setting.
I mean, first of all, I think competition is always good because it makes other people step their game up. Apparently, Nintendo just doesn't get that memo because I'm sorry, but Nintendo puts out trash consoles. Yeah,
What?
in my opinion, they haven't had a decent console since the Nintendo 64. To be honest with you,
Nah, it's
they
not that they don't have a good console. It's that they don't know what to do with it. Nintendo refuses to do original shit. The Switch can be so much better than what it is, but they refuse. I should have done that, but they refuse to to put out some original stuff. Put some non-friendly, family-friendly shit out there. Just because you cater to this one demographic doesn't mean that if you do something different, it's not gonna sell. Kids are playing fucking Fortnite. That has
well,
violence in it. It just bend a little.
it's not only that, but also Nintendo over the past couple of years. I mean, maybe it's a little better now. I don't really keep up with Nintendo at all, but the big knock on them a couple of years ago was they don't really they don't really care about third party games. Like they just like it is what it is. They're more focused on Zelda, Donkey Kong, Mario, like their IPs. They're more focused on pushing those out instead of trying to get these third party games on their consoles. Like
They
now
don't
you see
they
it
don't
with
need
the with
they don't really need third party games on their console. They just need something original.
they're not gonna do anything original, bro. I'm telling you right now,
No, of
bro.
course not, because the
I'm
biggest rumors right now of Nintendo is a whole bunch of remakes of like 64 games and Super Nintendo games and GameCube games. It's just it's and that's this generation right now. That's this generation is solely based on remakes. No one's doing anything original, just taking old shit and redoing it.
which I'm perfectly fine with. I don't mind going back revisiting older games, but Nintendo has they've gotten away, in my opinion, with being somewhat lazy over these past like 20 plus years. With every console generation, you see like two or three of the original IPs with Mario and Zelda and Donkey Kong. Like, how many times can you keep reskinning those goddamn games? I'm so tired of seeing them. Like, it boggles my mind, bro. I don't understand it. Like they keep getting away with it because they just all they do is they just keep reintroducing the same old dreck out into the world.
Yeah, I feel like that's because Nintendo's always been based on like the kids this or kids that, but eventually those kids grow up to become adults and they just leave the Nintendo behind and go for other interesting avenues and games.
Oh no, Nintendo has a very popular mature fan base.
Yeah, they have a
Yeah, if you
they have a cult following, and the thing with Nintendo is they're counting on those kids that became adults to turn their kids on to Nintendo.
yeah, but what I'm saying is like those like you just not diversifying. You know
Yeah, they're
like I
not diversified whatsoever.
yeah I played Nintendo. I I have one. I don't remember last time I played it. It's not. I don't use it more so for me. I use it more so for like the kids my mom babysits. Cause I know like they can't get access to the internet or they're not exposed to like the Xbox kids cursing at them and calling them all sorts of names. So I guess
Yeah,
it's
no
more
doubt.
more family friendly.
Well, here's Nintendo's biggest problem. It has nothing to do with um the console or the games. It's Nintendo's fear as a company that they believe they can't sell something without the name Mario, Zelda, Donkey Kong, or even I guess recently Smash Brothers, Smash Brothers. Without any of those names in them, they don't. I think they're scared to put anything without those names because like they don't think it's gonna sell well.
I mean, I guess they're kind of operating under the if it ain't broke, don't fix it, because they have the fan base that they're looking for anyway.
Oh, for sure they have the fan base, and you know, the Switch, the Switch has great features. Like if you play something like the Switch based games where like you really utilize the motion controllers and like your balance and things like that, they have some good games. But the problem with some of the consoles, like you come out with an idea and then you don't touch that idea into the next console. Like it's
Yeah.
stupid. PlayStation didn't touch the Playroom, which was awesome. It's just it lacked content until the VR came out. The fucking PlayStation 4 Playroom was out since the very beginning, and it wasn't touched again until the VR came out. And that was stupid because it had such an interesting concept, and like it made you a little more immersive with the actual game because you know you needed the camera, you needed to use your controller, and like you can see inside the controller. You had X amount of robots, blah blah blah, and you had this little nice world of platforming. But like companies are okay not expanding upon good ideas, and I don't understand why. You have a great idea, why wouldn't you expand upon it?
Yeah, that's true. It's kind of like when your math teacher asks you to show your work for your answer. You don't really have an answer. You're just like, oh, let's give these same little games.
I guess and checked.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think some companies are just
Lazy.
they need and it's not I don't think it's just the companies. I think a lot of it weighs on like the play testers they use too. Like, come on, this is not we're not the only people complaining about this. Like you people, I don't know if it's like tens, 20s, hundreds, but like X amount of people play test all these games. You can't put in your word like, hey, this is cool and all, but like you need something different.
Well, you know what? The one thing that I like that I wish PlayStation would have refined was back in the PlayStation 3 when they had the PlayStation Home thing. It was like it was almost like it's like a social hub where you could go in there and hang out with friends. You could own your own home. You could buy your avatar clothes. Just some. It was something different. I thought it was something that was cool and unique. But I feel like they didn't really expand on it too much. Like I was really hoping that it would be on the PlayStation 4, and then like a year or two before it came out, they just stopped supporting it and actually got rid of it. And I thought it was a really cool concept.
I don't want anyone showing up at my house.
I might be with Irby on that one, bro. Fuck these niggas.
Well,
Yeah.
they couldn't come to your house unless you invited them, but it was still cool. You know what I mean?
Nah, I just messing around.
I should have done
Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, there should be some good. What if they bring it back for the PS5, but they just haven't told anyone yet?
They
that. Nah,
might.
I doubt it.
You don't know.
You're right. I don't know, but I doubt it.
Yeah, you over here flaking and perpetrating.
Shit,
Don't
you ain't
act like
wrong.
you know when you don't know. Excuse
Damn,
me. Yeah. What?
All right, Los.
nigga
What
just
are
giving
some
out an
things you want?
opinion. What's up?
What are some things you want to talk about, sir?
Um, did we talk about The Last of Us 2 on the last episode? Do you know?
Yeah.
We did. Okay, never mind. I
Maybe I'm not 100%
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not
Could you
hundred
tell?
percent.
Yeah. Could you tell me about the big bicep girl?
sure. Oh
Yeah, I
But did
yeah.
we
remember.
talk about the ending?
I don't think you talked about the ending.
No, we didn't talk about that.
Okay, can we talk about the ending?
Sure.
So like, I don't know why, but I really wanted Ellie and Dina to end up back together. Somehow, some way, in the end, I want it all to be forgiven with her missing two finger ass. And by the way, Abby bit the shit out of her fingers. She ripped two fingers off with her teeth. That's fucked.
Man got a strong mandible.
Bruh. Bruh. And I want to talk. You know what else I want to talk about in that game? Neither
What?
Ellie nor Joel never finished that song.
Hmm.
I really wanted to hear like a full version of that song.
This guy.
I'm
What
dead ass,
song?
bro. It's like it's kind of like a depressing song after Joel dies that like he plays for her in the beginning of the game, and then like every once in a while when she sings his guitar, she starts singing it, but she can't finish it because like she's too sad.
So you just like to see other people's misery, huh?
No, I think it's a nice song.
No, I think you just want to see her being all sorts of messed up. You
Nah,
messed up,
at
bro.
least the shit, man.
Nah.
All right, so let me get your opinion on this. Do you think that it was left that the ending left it open for a third one?
No, no, I don't think there's much. I mean, sure, if they wanted to, they can play it off that way, but there's not there's not anything to do now. Ellie knows the truth about the hospital. Ellie chose to spare Abby. What are they gonna do? Unless they do like a Walking Dead where like someone just invades and there's an enemy and but like for that to be a thing, I think Ellie would have to. All right, so here's my theory. If there's a third game, it's gonna be like anywhere between 16 to 20 years in the future, and Ellie's gonna have the kid that Dina had. Someone's gonna invade, kill Dina. Ellie's gonna take her to kid.
Mm.
But other than that, story wise, I don't see a reason to be a third game. I mean, for pure market value, I guess, but they would have to come up with something phenomenal. You know what I mean? Like you can't just throw on a series like this. You can't just throw a sequel out there just for the fuck of it. Like you need something with some oomph.
I
Whether it's
mean,
a good reaction or bad reaction, the story has to be fucking phenomenal.
it's a good possibility that they might do a third one.
Yeah, I think it's possible. Like we already know. Like okay, so we know for a fact God of War has a sequel, right?
Yeah.
But God of War set up a sequel. I don't think anyone expected a Horizon Zero Dawn sequel, even though like it was a possibility, but like there was no real setup for it. So like it's definitely possible.
Bro, I don't even really remember the ending from Horizon Zero Dawn. I really I don't.
It
I
was kind
beat
of just
that
a
shit so
huge
long
war
ago.
with corrupted machines.
Yeah, see, I remember that, but I don't know. I don't really remember anything from that shit. But because The Last of Us 2 sold so well, I got a feeling that they're going to want to pump out a third one.
Well, you know what sold out? What sold really well? Ghost of Tsushima. And in the first 3 days, it broke a record
Well,
for
I won't know if it left it open for a sequel until I finish it.
yeah, me either. But yeah, they broke record for most sales of a single player IP in the first week. Like to the point where Japan had to produce more copies. And I
You know what's funny about that too? Not to cut you off. What's funny about that is not too long ago, EA was out here trying to change it, trying to put out the narrative that no one was interested in single player driven video games anymore. That the future was strictly just put out a game that only has multiplayer and they sell well. And it's funny because like The Last of Us 2 sold well. The Batman games always sell well. What else? God of War sold really well. It's just funny how they tried to put out that false narrative like no one was really messing with single player narrative driven games like that, and wouldn't you know, they're out here breaking records.
Yep.
yeah yeah. It's
Alternative
just
facts.
it's just you need what you need for a good single player IP nowadays is like you want some form of story. Not all games
Well,
need story. You can counter a bad story with very great gameplay, but generally you want a good story just to like get people to want to advance in the fucking game in case your game feels repetitive. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But on top of that, what a lot of games are doing now with their upgrade skill trees, which Raymond hates, by the way. He hates skill trees. But like, what God of War did, what Ghost of Tsushima did, and what others game did, but I don't really recall. I think Horizon Zero Dawn did it too, where like you have a skill tree, but you're not limited to the progression of that skill tree. You can pretty much upgrade whatever you want, which creates many different game styles. You know, you want. I think what makes games more enjoyable is the fact that you can play it multiple different ways, so that you're doing the same thing, but it always feels somewhat different.
Uh,
So why does he hate the skill trees?
I don't know. I really he's a little nitpicky sometimes.
I feel like I feel like skill trees that they a lot of times they put those into the game to kind of give the player something to grind for, something to work towards, so it makes the game a little bit more fun.
Well, yeah, he doesn't like grinding, so that could be the reason.
Yeah,
I mean, but oftentimes you just get them naturally when you progress through just by
Yeah,
playing it.
yeah,
yeah.
it's pretty natural.
Yeah, so you don't really have to grind for anything. Even like when I was playing Dragon Ball Z, the only thing I really had to grind for was just getting like my level up. But it
And
wasn't
even
like
that was a waste of
yeah,
time.
yeah, 'cause they basically just jacked everyone up to get to the right level at the end of the game anyway.
Yeah, it sucked. I mean, it worked out for me, but it sucked for Irby.
Yeah, yeah, I
Irby put
spent
the
all
most
that
time in the
time.
game.
Yeah, and then at the end of the game, you're just gonna give out a DLC that made everyone level 200. Like, come on, man, I ain't even played a DLC just 'cause of that bullshit.
That was like not the DLC I was expecting. They like really swerved me with that DLC.
Shoot,
I was like, I understand what you're doing, but can I get the actual DLC?
I,
yeah,
I I will say the only game where the grind I absolutely could not stand is the Division. I absolutely hate the grind in the Division, and you guys have been on the mic where what for almost 2 weeks straight I played the same mission every day over and over and over again, and still haven't gotten the gun that I was trying to get.
Listen,
yeah,
that's just how
Like
that type of game is, man.
I
That's
hate
just
that
how
grind.
that type of game is. Because Destiny is just like that. You can do the same fucking mission trying to get the same fucking gun. You niggas would spend months. Niggas would spend months. Yo, I've literally watched um this nigga E Man we used to play with. All he wanted in Destiny 1 was this pistol called the Hawk Moon. This nigga Freeman that sucks at the game. Every time we take him into a raid, we carry him. Got that shit as a reward for us killing the boss. By doing absolutely nothing, and it's just the RNG of the reward.
Yeah, like oh I don't know, man. It was so depressing and demoralizing. Like I remember in the first division there was this chess piece that I was trying to get. It was called Barrett's chess piece, and the only way you can get it was by playing this particular mission, and you obviously had to kill the boss Barrett. And I must have played that mission at least 100 times in a week. I was doing it with it was me and a couple other friends, and we had the mission down to a science where we could bang that mission out on challenging in like 5-10 minutes. We could just
It,
run through that mission, and
it was kind of like me and you playing the GTA heist, bro. Grinding for money
yeah,
just to buy shit.
and we did that for like 3 months, and I got so burnt out I don't think I played it since. But after like after I did that one mission 100 times in a week, I went online to see if other people were having the same trouble I was. This one guy said, man, he did that mission at least 200 times in a month, and that piece still wouldn't drop. And then a lot of people were crunching the numbers, and the percentage of that chess piece dropping was 0.01%. I said,
Yeah,
"Oh no!" I stopped playing it after that. Haven't played it since.
it's purely because games like that, games like fucking Destiny, like the Division, like Anthem, they're banking on you being willing to play something that much just for an item. So they make the success rate of attaining that item really low because they figure, hey, they'll just replay it.
It wouldn't be so bad if the game had more content. You're basically just doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's the same couple missions over and over and over again. Like it takes them so long to add new content. It's like, bro, I can only do this so often. It's to the point where it drives you insane.
So like here's something games like that need, and like Destiny kind of has it, but like still they need to work on it. If you want to put an item in there that everyone's gonna want, don't make everyone play the same fucking mission 1,000 times until they get it. Put a mission out that is super fucking hard, harder than everything else in the game that makes that gun worth getting. So rather than completing a mission 100 times, you're trying a mission 100 times, and when you finally complete it, you know you're getting the gun.
Well, here's the thing about that now. Now they do have those missions. They're called raids, right? And but even like unless you know 8 people, you cannot do a raid because you need 8 people, and there's no matchmaking. You have to know 8 people that are willing to jump on with with optimized builds to get on there and complete this. Which
Well,
okay, having
I'm willing to bet not to cut you off because like Destiny had this too, where you couldn't match make to do a raid. Destiny has an app that you can go finding for specific builds and shit like that to fill out your roster.
well,
I'm willing to
how does it
bet
how
what's up?
the way the division does it is they have two difficulty settings. They have I forgot what the one difficulty is called, but they have normal. Then they have another one where it's not as hard as the normal difficulty, and that one has matchmaking. So within there, you can find people to do the raid with you. But if you're someone like me, who absolutely does not like talking to strangers online, then for me that doesn't work out.
No, yeah. If the anything any it, even if it was even if it wasn't a raid and just like a 3-man thing, if it's a team based thing, you want to be talking to your team.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna sit there and talk to these people that I don't know. It's just I used to do it all the time when I played Gears of War, and I used to do it all the time when I played Call of Duty, and just the always trolls. I can't. I've been called a nigga so many times playing online that I thought that was my name for a while. And then then you get the internet tough guys who talk all that shit online, and what can you do? All you can do is talk shit right back to them. And I used to tell them all the time, man, like, yo, you wouldn't say that to my face because I'd fucking I'd break your body in half, man. So it's just that's why to me I see no point in it. I'm not gonna talk to you online unless I know you.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like I'm never gonna participate in a division raid. But even still, the exotic gun that you get for completing the one raid ain't even that good. And if you're new to a raid, that raid can take almost 8 hours to complete. So you're gonna have me sitting there playing this goddamn raid for 8 hours, and the gun I get ain't even good. It just adds a unique play style. Get the fuck out of here. That shouldn't even worth my time.
No, man, that's how it is, man. It's like when you're recruiting people on Destiny, say you need one person, you can go on the app and be like, all right, I need a hunter to do this specific part. Be and like if your crew is level 300, all right, you can be 290. We'll carry you if we have to. You can be 290, 295, blah, blah, blah. Have this gun and this gun at least. Nigga would join, like, yeah, I did this 10 times. All right, joins up, started. First one to die 20 times. Like, yo, dude, what the fuck?
But see, here's my thing. You can make the raid the normal difficulty raid matchmaking. All you have to do is when you for the matchmaking, you have the builds that are required to complete this raid. Okay, so let's say you need a healer, you got your heavy hitter, and you got your skill guy, your skill based build guys, and then you got your tank guys. Okay, so then what you can do is you have it to where when you matchmake, you can fill out two two of each of those slots. So once, let's say you have two guys that are tanks. Those two slots are taken up. Okay, well then you can't find no more tanks. Now you got to find your heavy hitter, you got to find your medic, and you got to find your what you call it, your skill guys, skill skill build base guys. You can easily set that up like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why they. I don't know. I don't want to come off as I'm just whining and complaining, but it's annoying.
Wham,
Nah,
nigga.
I understand. I understand. It should have something like where they just you put in you want to do this raid and then just like auto find you like 6 people or whatever.
Yeah, like you like well, I know for rage you need 7 people. Okay, well if I myself have a heavy hitter build, okay, we only need one more heavy hitter. Sorry, so then go find me 7 other people that fit the criteria that I need so we can go get this shit done.
Mm.
It's not that hard. It's not rocket science.
Yeah, kind of how like Call of Duty just matches you up with random people.
Yeah, and my other problem with the Division 2, with that grind, is the shit gear that you pick up. You they just it's all shit gear in my opinion. It's not good. Like
But
they
the thing with Call of Duty is, you're just prone to RNG with the matchmaking there. There's just no way around it. You're either gonna get good teammates, you're gonna get bad teammates, and just because like you're against a good team at that map doesn't mean like they're gonna be the same good team in a different map. That's just they're clicking on that map.
Yeah, but I think
what
it's just more so he wants to be able to do a raid if he wants to instead of not knowing 7 people to do the raid.
Yeah.
yeah, because I don't even know 7 people that own that damn game.
Yeah, you're right. Shoot, I'd trade that thing in.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like I went and played it. I think Friday night, and I turned it off after like 20 minutes. So I'm not doing this.
Wait, yo, play Breakpoint with Irby, bro. That nigga's obsessed.
I know he
Shoot,
is.
just love me some breakpoint. I ain't too bad. I can play now since I got the AI. So them other 3 people helped me out a whole bunch
Shit.
on not a sitting duck. I ain't gotta wait for Sinji to get online. Then talk about he delete the game because he don't want to play it no more.
No, I delete games for space, sir.
Nah, he deleted because he don't want to play no more.
Oh
And I'm
shit, I
like,
left it.
dang
I don't know
man.
why. You guys can
Yeah, I
back
don't know
out.
what.
All right, man. So you got any other topics you want to talk about, bro?
Yo, so what what what's our take on Kanye for president?
Pass.
I don't, shoot, Kanye talking about 200,000. No, he said like 1 million people, $1 million, but he said 200,000 at least. He might got my vote.
I need to
Two hundred
knock me up a
thousand
chick,
what?
bro.
Dollars.
For what?
He said every person has a kid's getting $1 million.
Where the fuck is that gonna come from?
No,
I don't
right?
know. Straight from the
No,
Kanye phone.
no, but I don't. I feel like Kanye. Something's going on with him. Uh, Apparently he was been off his medicines for like what, since December. So it's like, yeah, something ain't right.
But here's the thing, man, and here's why I don't pay attention to this shit too often. Cause like, how do you know when something's real? You know what I mean? What if this nigga's not bipolar? What if he's just acting stupid?
Nah, there's a clinical test for bipolar stuff, and
Yeah, there's a
you kind of got
clinical
to
test
just,
for it, but who's to say he didn't pay a doctor off to say he's bipolar?
oh, there's certain ethical limits to that.
Yeah, but how many
I don't know.
people confine themselves to the ethical limits of the world?
It's more than you think it would be. Cause is it really worth losing your something you worked your entire life for? Let's you spent like 8+ years going to school, then you got to do a 4-year residency just to fucking lie on a little thing and say, "Oh, he's bipolar." No, I wouldn't do that.
Shit.
Hell
For a
no, you
nigga
lose
like
all
Kanye could probably
credibility,
give
man.
you $1 million or $2 million straight off the rip, probably.
It's
If
not
you
gonna
if you
last you.
were,
It's not gonna last you the rest of your life, though.
it's not. But if a nigga thinks he can get away with it, it's just like nigga who sells drugs. You know, is it worth the time you're gonna spend in prison? Absolutely not. But you don't think you're gonna get caught?
Well, I wouldn't sell drugs to begin with, so yeah. But I mean, I understand what you're saying, but it's the Hippocratic oath and stuff.
Yeah, but look what we're going through right now. A lot of Hippocratic
Mm.
cops are right now.
There's
Some people would say facing judgment. I guess.
there's no Hippocratic oath for cops though, like that. Like it.
Well, no, because a cop's oath is to serve and protect, and like depending on the area, they definitely don't put serving and protecting on the forefront, or they do, but just only for like a certain skin tone. You know what I mean? Not to
Yeah,
call cops racist, but like it's very circumstantial depending on the
yeah, it
area.
is. Yeah, I hear what you're putting down. Well,
You
yeah,
awfully quiet over there,
You,
Tom.
yeah, I don't give a fuck about Kanye West.
yeah, I dang, daggone sure don't.
I don't give a fuck about that nigga. Uh, I don't know where the fuck he thinks he's getting $1 million to get the people to have kids from. These motherfuckers can't even give out reparations to black folks. So you really think that the government, that Congress is going to let you give $1 million to people who have fucking kids? Fuck out of here, you fucking moron. First of all, this nigga sound like he sounds like he might be he could be schizophrenic.
Yeah,
To be
yeah,
honest with you, because this nigga ain't been the same since his mama died. You know
sure
what I mean?
ain't.
He just been bouncing off the wall. Kanye West, do us a favor, go bang yourself, bro. Just take the burner and bang yourself. Shut the fuck up. You
Damn.
sound retarded.
Yeah.
I don't like. Maybe I don't want to downplay the fact that he may have a mental illness, but then another thing is he could just be doing this shit for fucking attention.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just, bro, shut the fuck up for life. I don't give a fuck about Kanye. I don't give a fuck about his music. Just go somewhere, bro. Shut the fuck up.
Kanye ain't been
Yeah.
good since like shit. When's the last time a nigga put out a decent track?
That motherfucker ain't been in my eyes. He ain't been relevant for 10 years. Since you put out my Dark Twisted Fantasy, that was your last good album.
I
Cause
don't even remember that one.
that Life of Pablo shit, I got through one song and was done with it. When this nigga was talking about bleaching assholes and shit, I was like, yeah, you're a fucking moron.
Sure, I'm about to go get
Yo,
mine lightened.
This nigga, this nigga is a trip, bro. Like, please,
yo, Herbie said he milk chocolate in the center.
damn.
Nah, man. I'm about to get mine shade lightened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't stand
apparently that's a
Kanye.
thing too. People get their stuff bleached all the time. I don't know about
Yeah.
me though. I ain't gonna do it.
All right, so this isn't new news by any means, but since we're like technically in the hip hop world, a while ago I saw that Ti had beef with Iggy, which he signed because he said she was trash, and she was she was going back saying, "Well, you were supposed to be the one helping me and bringing me. You saw talent, blah blah blah, but I was doing all this shit on my own." So, in that sense, where Ti thought he saw potential in Iggy, which I doubt any of us are big fans of Iggy, but you know, as an artist, you gotta respect her for where she is. And Iggy saying that as the person who saw potential in me, you should have tried harder. Where do you guys stand on that?
Let's see here. I feel like if she reached out for help, it's like, yo, I got a song or something, like I got a lyric, what do you think about this or that? And he didn't respond or anything, then I'd be like, okay, that's kind of messed up. Like he should be helping her if she's reaching out for help, but like at the same time, you kind of have to like know how to grow as an artist, or like know you have to learn your own style, learn what works for you, and learn what helps put you out there. Uh, know your limitations, kind of, sort of.
I think he was expecting her to be like a Nicki Minaj type of thing. I think he was
Yeah.
riding that wave like, oh shit, female artists are the shit right now. Let me cop me a female artist, and you know, Nicki Minaj is her own specimen, bro. You can't you like let me put it like this. What's the point of listening to someone sound like the original when I can listen to the original? You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I just
Like.
feel like that's what Ti was aiming for. He wanted the next Nicki, the next Cardi, and like when you back someone up, you need you need to want that artist to be their own thing, not the next anything. Like yeah, they can like replace a legacy. Like fucking hell, what's a good example of someone who came in and replaced a legend? Who do you guys think replaced Michael Jackson?
Who what?
Replaced Michael Jackson. Let's just
No
put
one.
that as an example. Exactly. All right. Well, fuck no. Exactly not. I need an artist. Well, like, who do you think replaced like? All right. Usher. Usher. Usher was huge, and then like when Usher kind of died down, Trey Songz was huge. You know what I mean? But like Trey
Yeah.
Songz wasn't trying to be the next Usher. He was trying to be Trey Songz. I'm saying that too much, where I'm fucking it up. But like you can't expect an artist to be someone they're not, and I feel like that's what Ti was aiming for, and that's why he probably gave up on Iggy.
Yeah. I don't even think she had. I think she may have like one good song. I don't know what the name of it was, but I think I'll give it one. She came
Listen,
on the
the
radio with.
only song I remember, and I don't even remember the whole song. It's just like who that, Chi Chi Y. That's the only song I remember, and it's just like one
Fancy.
line.
I don't remember any.
All right, so I'm gonna give you my opinion on Iggy Azalea because I actually liked Iggy Azalea. When I got put on to Iggy Azalea before she put out Fancy, so I heard her. I
I'm
heard a couple
so
tracks from her.
fancy.
One was called Pussy, and another what was the other one called? I forgot what the other one was called, but they were both good. And Iggy can rap. The thing was, people were so mad because she was a white Australian girl who sounded like she was from the South, right? That's the
Mm.
main reason why everyone was mad. So they all jumped on her. Essentially, it was just racism. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Damn.
It, it, it,
Poor girl.
it was racism. Because here's my thing, right? You're mad at her for rapping in that voice, but you're not mad at someone like Idris Elba, who's from Britain, but when he does most of his acting roles, he speaks in an American voice. Or someone like, I'm trying to think. Um, God, there's another rapper who, oh, like, there's a rapper named Moni Love who's from, I think she's from England, who, if you listen to her talk, she kind of has that accent, not as much because she's been over in America for so long, but when she raps in like a, she has like a New York style to her, but no one jumped on her because she was a black woman doing hip hop. But you got this white woman that comes in who people basically think she came out of nowhere, where she didn't. She blew up off that one song, and they just basically jumped down her fucking throat. All it was is racism at the end of the day. That's all it was.
Yo, she
That's what
gonna
it
make a
boiled down
comeback.
to.
Watch.
And the reason why Ti stopped messing with her is because apparently all right, something happened on Twitter where her and Q-Tip from a Tribe Called Quest got into it. I don't necessarily remember what it was, but then Ti came to her aid or some shit like that. But then once Ti kind of started catching flack for it, I think that's when he was basically like, "Fuck this, I'm not doing this no more. I can't ride with her because I'm catching too much flack. So I'm basically just gonna let her sit out there on her own and flounder," which is fucked up at the end of the day. So
Yeah,
I
'cause, you
think
know you put her on. You know, you took her under your
yeah,
wing. You should.
she basically called a raw deal. You know what I mean? And then here's another bitch I can't stand, Azalea Banks. I cannot stand this fucking woman. I think she. First of all, I don't think her music is good at all in the first place. But I know Azalea Banks, her and Iggy have had fucking issues for years, and I know she was going. Azalea Banks was going ham on Iggy because of her rapping voice, and she was dating the basketball player Nick Young at the time.
Swaggy
Uh,
P.
yeah, like just oh you're culture, you're appropriating our culture, blah blah blah, and got on her for dating the black dude, talking about motherfuckers stay with their own race while she's over here dating white guys.
Yeah, can't call the kettle black.
What?
You know, if you ain't
And the bitch and the bitch with bleach in her skin.
mm,
Azalea Banks is a fucking psychopath.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what you gotta watch out for.
in my honest opinion, I think just I think Ti abandoned her because he was like, man, listen, I'm taking too much heat amongst my own peers, so yeah, I got to bow out gracefully. And I love Ti, but
That was a
in
bitch
my
move,
opinion,
man. Because
that was a bitch move. You should have stood by your artist.
exactly, because like you know, Drake caught a whole bunch of shit for Simon Eminem.
Oh hell yeah, you did.
Yeah, he caught hella shit, and look where they at now. But you
Yeah.
know, you can't, you can't teach shit like that. You know what I mean? You can't teach loyalty. That shit has to come to you. Either you fuck with this person, or you don't. And that's why I think Ti just looked at Iggy as a cash grab. He thought she was gonna be the next Nicki because like if he actually had faith in her, he would have wrote out.
I think he had faith in her. He just didn't want to deal with the backlash amongst his own peers because he was catching it. I mean, every time you turned around, it was J. Cole, it was Erica Badu, it was Azalea Banks, it was who else was it? Oh my God,
All right, but fuck
everybody
it,
was going at this damn girl.
fuck it.
Q-Tip, Snoop Dogg's, everybody.
You know who else caught hella shit for someone they signed? Usher when he signed Bieber, but you know he deserved it. Not he deserved it, but Bieber deserved this backlash he was taking. Because at the
Yeah,
time he was doing hella drugs and
no. The time Bieber got signed, he wasn't doing drugs.
no, I
But
mean like they started giving him shit when like that shit started happening.
you know what? You know the one thing that Bieber never caught shit on, and it pissed me off when these
Punching that
people
fan.
were when people were defending this motherfucker. He did a little freestyle where he did a little singing freestyle where I think he called black women nappy head niggas, right?
I didn't hear
I
that,
definitely
bro.
don't. Yeah,
I
I
didn't hear
definitely
that,
don't remember
bro.
that
I don't
one.
know what the fuck you
Oh,
listen to,
bruh.
but I
No,
need
no,
to
no, no,
check
no,
this
no,
the fuck
no, no, no,
out.
no, 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 sir. I saw the fucking video where he did it.
The video. Oh my god, I want to
There is
see
a
this.
video where he did it. What sickened me was he didn't catch no backlash for that. You actually
Yeah,
had you actually had niggas going on different platforms saying, "Oh, he was young, man. You gotta let that go." Blah, blah, blah. But then you got motherfuckers like the quarterback Josh Allen from the Bills. Right before he got drafted, it came out that he was using racial terminology, calling people niggas and shit like that on Facebook. They damn near crucified that man. There's a bunch of other people who've used racial slurs in the past, and they fucking crucified. So how come Bieber got a fucking pass on that? And I'll tell you exactly why Bieber got a pass on that.
The
Because the
fan base, man.
motherfucker at the time that shit came out, he was the biggest artist in the world.
It's the
So
fan base, man.
we're not gonna trash Bieber. Why would I trash Bieber when I can jump on a track with him and make millions of dollars?
It was like, and you know when I started not liking Bieber, because I didn't mind his earlier work when he first started, but like niggas started hanging with Lil Wayne and Young Money and thought he was hard and acting all tough, and I'm just like, bruh, you're not. Just shut the fuck up. But
Uh,
at the same time, like I don't know if you guys know about that one incident where like he punched the dude in the face that like reached in the car and to touch him. Go like it was a
yeah,
fan, but where like that might have been justified, you wouldn't have done that if a female did it at all.
yes,
I mean,
yeah.
that could be misinterpreted too. He might have thought that you don't know what the intention of that dude is when he's reaching in that car. I
All
mean,
right,
if I
but
don't know you,
he wasn't gonna
you
punch a girl in the face. Let's all just agree to that right now.
let me tell you something, man. Me, he probably wouldn't have, but it's a dude doing it, and you don't know what his intention is. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. Like when Will Smith didn't expect that fucking dude on the red carpet to kiss him, and he smacked the shit out of him, and that was well fucking deserved. Don't put your lips on me, motherfucker. I don't know you.
uh,
You know what I mean? Like you never fucking know. And let me tell you something, man. If I was famous, I would not be that accessible. I wouldn't. You
But
would
that's the
rarely fucking
thing.
see me.
You made yourself accessible. Like, why are you driving with the window down? You know what I mean?
Cause it was hot.
Yeah, but at the
Nah, man,
same
you're in a
time,
fucking
man,
limo.
like
Use the fucking AC.
at the same time, man, like come on. You really gonna tell someone that just because they're famous they're not supposed to drive with their window down? That's like telling some woman, well, you wouldn't have got raped if you wouldn't have been wearing that short skirt.
Nah, that's different, man.
Hell
That is
no.
completely different because
It's something they both wanted to do though. She wanted to
Yeah.
wear a nice shirt, look nice. He wanted to wear the window down to get some air. So it's,
okay, but like if you're famous, you have someone driving for you. You don't have an air conditioner in that vehicle.
you do, but at the same sense, you still can roll your window down if you want to. Like it'd be hot as hell outside, and I still roll with my windows down
All right,
just 'cause I
okay,
like
hold
the
on, hold
breeze of
on,
the
hold on,
air.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. All right, let me defute that. You said it's the same as a girl who didn't want to get raped but wore the tight miniskirt, right?
Yeah,
Are we expecting that girl to be flying her miniskirt around five people she knows are rapists? No,
she
it's
can
just a
wear.
stupid thing to do. It's a stupid thing
She,
to do. You wouldn't
but see,
wear easy accessible shit in front of people you know are rapists, why would you keep your
Oh,
window rolled down in front of
yo,
fans you know are surrounding your vehicle?
Los, you're treading on thin ice here, sir.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
You are really treading on thin ice there, sir.
What do you mean?
Let me tell you something. Ha, tell me tell me how you identify rapists.
A rapist is someone who forces sex on you.
No, but how do you identify one? As in walking down the street.
No, 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 no. Now you're misunderstanding me. I'm saying
See,
in this theoretical situation, she knows the men she's surrounded by are rapists. You know what I mean?
well,
Okay,
Just
but
like
on the
just like in this
but
actual situation, Justin Bieber knew he was surrounded by a whole bunch of fans with his window down. You're
yeah,
not expecting some fans to
but
reach their hand in the window?
not every fan is going to be that dumb. Just like when you go to a basketball game or a football game or a baseball soccer game, you're not expecting a fucking fan to storm the court or the field either.
Okay, but
But
like
it happens.
you're in a wrestling arena. The person's coming down the ramp. You're in the front row. You're not sticking your hand out to like get a high five or try to touch someone real quick. A lot of people in the front row do it.
Yeah, but that's different. You're physically putting your body in my car. I don't know what your intention is. You put your hand in my car, motherfucker. You damn right I'm punching the shit out of you.
All
Because
right,
I
but
don't know
if
what
you
your
don't want your
I don't know what your intention is.
okay, but
Because what
everyone there
you
right there is here to see you. Am I wrong? Everyone at around your car is there for you. If you know
are
everyone there around there is for you, why would you drive with the window down? Why wouldn't you wait till you're on the highway or something if you want the window down?
you're still telling someone they're not allowed to put their window down. Who's to say the window wasn't already down? He could have been putting the window down just to take more pictures or maybe sign autographs. You're not
Nah, the man
expecting
was
some.
driving away.
You're not expecting some idiot to go ahead and put their window in to put their hand in the car. Oh, motherfucker, listen. I don't know
No,
what your
you
intention
should
is.
expect
You
it.
could
You
be you could
should
be
expect it.
you could be putting your hand in that window to physically assault me. You could be putting your hand in that window. I don't know, to put your finger in my mouth or something. Listen, motherfucker. I'm sorry, but there's a such thing called as a social norm. The social norm is if I don't know you, you don't put your hand in this goddamn vehicle because I'm liable to take that shit off.
Okay, no, but celebrities
If
don't
I don't
live
know you,
on in that rule
if
set.
if I don't know you and you put your hand in this vehicle, I might jump out this vehicle and fuck you up. To be honest with you, so the
Celebrities
dude
don't
probably
live by those standards, bro. That's why they have bodyguards. That's why they have security. That's why their houses are like well guarded because people try to break in celebrity houses all the time, whether it's for pictures, whether it's to get an autograph, things like that. If you are at your own concert, surrounded by fans, you're telling me you don't have it in your mind if my window's open, I'm driving off. I'm expecting no one to stick their hand in my window.
what's wrong with having that expectation though?
It's stupid. You're a celebrity. Why would you have that expectation? For a normal person, I completely agree. For a celebrity, not at all.
So when John Lennon was walking down the street and got gunned down, should he have expected that to be gunned down by someone who claimed to be his fan, his biggest fan?
Listen, when you're famous, it's rough out there. That's why people have bodyguards, right?
Being a normal person is it's rough.
All right, but when you're
You could
famous,
be
you
a
have more
normal
eyes on you.
person. That means nothing. Don't put your hand in this car. Do not
Uh,
put your hand in this car. I don't feel bad for that fan. You shouldn't have put your hand in that car. You deserve to get your shit split. You're lucky you didn't get fucking killed that night.
nah, I think that was overboard.
Nah, or you put your hand in my car, you getting fucking killed. That's how I feel. Cause
yeah.
that motherfucker could have been going for the throat. He could have been doing whatever. He might have had something in his hand. Imagine he put his imagine he had a little pocket knife in his hand. He reach his hand in there and get the cutting away.
All
Nah,
right, but
I'm eliminating that shit.
there's video footage. He didn't have any of it.
But see, hindsight's always 2020 though. At
Hindsight
the
Exactly.
is
time,
2020, but as a
like
famous person, as someone who needs bodyguards and security just to walk outside, you're surrounded by fans. Why would you roll your? Why would you keep your
Yeah,
windows
but
down if you
see,
don't want someone to reach
but
in?
all, but also here's the thing: people also expect celebrities or people with a high stature to act holier than thou. They're humans too. They are humans too. They're going to make the same stupid mistakes everyone else does. My man jumped in the car. Maybe he didn't want the air conditioner on. There's plenty of times I'm in my car. I don't want the air conditioner on. I want my windows down. I want to feel that fresh air. Hell, the motherfucker might have been smoking in the car. Well, shit, let me put that window down. Let me put this window down so it ain't so cloudy back here. When you put your window down, you're not expecting someone to roll up on you and put their hand in their car. You're just not expecting that.
Man, listen, I
So,
think he could have
so
handled it differently. I think if a girl had her hand in the truck, then there would be no fist flying. There'd be a picture taken or something. Was this fan a gay guy? Maybe, I don't know. But all I know is it was a fan. The window was down. He was surrounded by fans. It could have been anybody. And nigga swung first, asked questions later.
I mean, hey, look, what expectation as a fan is, you should know how to act. Plain and simple. You should know how to act just as a human, as a regular human being. You should know how to act.
And as a celebrity, you should know how some people are gonna possibly act.
Yeah, but you
I
also
still think you're missing the point here, Carlos. Though.
No, I get the point, but like, out of all the million billion fucking fans Will Smith has, you think any of them are not like enjoying these memes? No, because at the end of the day, it's entertainment and they're enjoying it. Will Smith shouldn't expect his fans not to enjoy the memes. Justin Bieber shouldn't expect his fans not to try to interact with him more if the chance presents itself. Any famous person shouldn't expect a fan to not try to get an autograph if they have no security at the house. I'm sorry, but just because you want to be a famous normal person, you're not a normal person. You have a more famous name, a more famous outlook than normal people. Therefore, you live on a different term, and you have to adjust your life that way.
So, but
Some
here's
famous
the
people can't go out and just have a normal meal with their family, and that's just the sad reality it is. So, like, you're telling me you couldn't anticipate someone sticking your hand in your car because you're famous. People, no, normal famous people can't go to normal restaurants without being and enjoy a peaceful family dinner without getting swarmed by fans. It's just
and I'm going
it's not feasible.
well then if you want to go out and enjoy dinner with your family, you shouldn't became famous, plain and simple, because you already know what comes with that.
And that's what I'm
You know
saying.
what comes with that.
Justin
And
Bieber
but
should have known what
also
came with that.
but also as someone who's putting their hand in their car and you don't know them, you should expect something to happen to you. Plain and simple. Even if you're a normal person, you put your hand in my car, you're getting fucked up.
All right, so even if
Just
it's a girl,
if it's a woman, I may not punch you, but I'm gonna push the shit out the way. Like, what the fuck you doing? I don't know you. Get the fuck
exactly.
out of
So
here.
like, if you can push her, why not just push him?
Well, because if you hit a woman, your ass goes to jail.
It's the same if you hit
pretty
a man.
much.
If
Assault's
that man
assault.
decides to if that man decides to press charges.
Which of course he didn't because he's a fan and his intentions were pure. Were they wrong? Possibly, but his intentions were pure. It could have been anyone else.
And who's to say he might not have cold cocked that bitch?
I would say yeah,
Who's to say?
Beebs.
Who's
I
to say
think
he
he might
wouldn't?
do that. Yeah.
Fucking Ezra Miller grabbed one of his fans by the throat and slammed her.
I would say yeah. It hit and see that's the other thing. Like you don't know. Like he could have been having a bad day. He could have something could have happened. Like it's the same why they tell you don't touch wild animals because you don't know what that animal's going to do to you.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it wasn't a wild animal. It was a
And
celebrity millions of people
but
looked
st-
up to,
but
and they're
but
expecting
still
him to
you
react a
don't touch
certain way.
other people you don't know. Well, you don't touch people you don't know either.
What
Like
the
I
hell
don't
is
just go
this?
out here touching no random people. Like it's a certain decorum, and you can't expect everyone that presidential all the time. You know,
Yeah, and
like every
you can't expect a celebrity not to act like a human being either, because they at the end of the
yeah.
day they are humans.
No, I don't expect them not to act like a human being, but like when you want to be famous and like you get what you want, I do expect you to live on that plane where like, hey, I might not be safe all the time. Maybe I shouldn't be maybe I shouldn't have my window down until I actually get on a parkway or on the road away from these fans at least. To where an area where people don't know I'm in the fucking limo. You know what I mean? I just think there was a certain precautions. If you didn't want people sticking their hands in your window, because it could have been anyone else, I think you would have had your window down at some point. But I personally think he wanted to interact with fans, and the wrong fan interacted with him.
All right, let's move on from this. We ain't getting nowhere. I personally don't. I don't find Bieber in the wrong for that. You got punched in your face. You got exactly what you deserve. Move on.
Yeah,
All right, what do we
dog.
move on to?
Well, you said you had a bunch of topics. Nigga.
Nah, I went through all my shit.
Shoot.
I
Yeah,
went
well,
through
it might be a.
all my shit.
What about you, Irv? You got something?
Nah, man. I ain't never got nothing.
I guess it's a wrap this week.
Shit.
All right, so anyone got some music suggestions?
Let's see here. I got one by Big Crit, Lions and Lambs. Pretty good song. Listened to it the other day on my iPod. On the shuffles. Time waits for no man. Peep the slow hand.
Hmm. I guess, Irby.
Dude,
Tone,
that's the course of the song.
Tone, you got one?
I'm trying to remember what it was. You go ahead.
Lately by Whit Lowry because once
You already
again,
did that one.
nah, I didn't do lately. I did
Nah, you did. I got them all
no.
written down and I look at them.
You
It was
you
episode
serious?
5. Yeah, dog.
It was lately and not fuck. What's the name of the other one? You sure it was lately and not phone?
Nah, I don't know what it was. I just messing with you.
Motherfucker. But yeah, lately because I can't by Whit Lowry because I can't remember the one that I wanted to say 2 weeks ago again.
The old fake sound of Eminem.
Hey man, I don't know if Pandora's racist, but like when I'm listening to a white artist that sings rap, all they give me is white artists.
Nah, man, it's the algorithm.
Tom?
Mm-mm-mm.
All right. So the song I'm picking is by. His name is OC of the legendary DITC crew, Digging in the Crates, and the song I'm picking is called "Born to Live."
Born to
I don't.
live.
I don't remember what it's about. Go listen to the song, figure it out for yourself.
Dang.
Nigga just likes the song.
Yeah, it's a good song. It's basically about uh, being being a kid and what they used to do as kids in the 70s and 80s in New York.
Oh yeah, those are good times. I remember those days.
Shut the fuck up, Herbie. Yeah, a troll to the end. I love it. All right, well, there you go. 3 song suggestions. An actual heated debate that ended with no resolution, and a
Nah,
successful
it's two
"What
v
Grinds My
two v
Gears"
one.
segment. What's up? Oh,
I
2v1.
said,
You guys won.
yeah, yeah, we won. We got
All
that
right,
argument.
fair enough. All right, guys. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you next week. Hopefully, see you.
Peace.
Bye, niggas.
Dang.